I can fully understand both sides of the Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania or the Roman versus Cody side at WrestleMania. I understand both sides. And obviously with WrestleMania coming up, it's going to come to a point where WWE is going to have to make a choice of which match they're going to do at WrestleMania. I don't think they would have The Rock tease that promo about him sitting at the head of the table and all that stuff, if they're not really going to do The Rock and Roman Reigns match. It is 100% happening in my mind. But also to me, the story they've been telling with Cody Rhodes, I don't see why they would be telling this 2-year long story of him, trying to accomplish the one thing that has eluded his family's legacy to win the big one and to finish the story for him. I don't see why they would tell this story if they're not going to have the proper ending with him finishing the story. Now, looking at Rock and Roman Reigns, if we're being honest, The Rock and Roman Reigns could be the single biggest box office WrestleMania match in history. It just could be. Not many people in the world are as a big of a superstar as The Rock, and Roman Reigns is the biggest star in WWE right now. So, and they have the same family history with the Samoan dynasty. So, realistically, it could be the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. From a business perspective, I mean, this is huge. Like, there's a lot of money on the table to be made right here. There's a lot of good story to be told right here as well, and it's a big box office dream match. And if we're being honest, the only reason The Rock is back in the picture now is because the fans had asked for this match. It's just like, when Rock came back to face John Cena over a decade ago. He came back because people had said they wanted to see that dream match. It was a dream match for a lot of people that people didn't think could come to reality. The Rock came back, made the match happen, and now he's come back again because the people, asked for this match to happen. Now, it seems like it's a little bit too late for some people because it didn't happen maybe last year or a year before that, but people had asked for this match. And The Rock is back because he's given the people what they had asked for. He's not back for the money. He's making millions of dollars outside of WWE. He don't need their money. He don't need to leech off the WWE's money. The Rock is back because the people had asked for it. The Rock doesn't really owe anything to anybody in WWE. He didn't even have to come back the first time to face John Cena. He didn't owe that match to anybody. He doesn't owe this match, with Roman Reigns either. But he's back because the people had asked for it. But then you look at Cody's side, obviously Cody isn't, as big of a box office attraction like The Rock is, but a lot of people feel like Cody has the better story and the bigger moment that he deserves. They've been telling the story since he came back to WWE in 2022 that he came back for one reason and one reason only, and that was to win the title his father didn't do and to be the first Rhodes in his family to achieve the ultimate goal and win the big one. And Roman Reigns has the title that, has eluded his family's legacy. So that's the championship he needs to go after. So from a story perspective, a lot of people feel like Cody Rhodes has the better story, and they feel like it's his time because he's never achieved that big one. He's never had that moment. So realistically, what it comes down to, what's more important to do for WrestleMania this year in Philly? Is it more important to have the big box office once-in-a-lifetime dream match that you may not be able to have again? Or is it important for, the proper story to have the proper ending and give the one guy the big moment that he's never had, because you may not be able to have that either if you wait too long. And people also have to look at it like this. If The Rock and Roman Reigns is going to happen at WrestleMania, The Rock isn't beating Roman Reigns. More than likely, it would be The Rock's retirement match, and he would put Roman over, which means Roman would be champion after WrestleMania even longer, which some people still want to see. Some people still, enjoy Roman as champion, still feel like he's a good champion, and, some people want him to break that record that Hulk Hogan has. But, that means bad stuff for Cody, too, because then you have to stretch out his story even further of him finishing the story, and you're taking a big gamble to still hope that the people will still care enough to want to see him be the guy and beat Roman if they stretch it out even further. Some people are saying, well, Cody got to wait till WrestleMania 41. Why? For what? He's already waited a year. He didn't beat Roman Reigns last year at WrestleMania 39 when some people felt like he should have, so they waited another year to get to WrestleMania 40 because people had to believe, okay, we're going to get the story finished, at this WrestleMania. But then you want Cody and the fans, who want to see him win, wait another year just for Roman to break a record or for him to be champion even longer so you can see a big dream match. But then if you get Cody versus Roman 2 at WrestleMania, what does that mean for Rock and Roman? Because if we're being realistic, that is a WrestleMania match, and I really could only see that match taking place at WrestleMania. Like, some people were saying Elimination Chamber in Australia, which I was one of the people I think would be great there, but some people were saying SummerSlam, but it's like The Rock and Roman Reigns, that's just WrestleMania worthy. I think WWE sees it that way. The Rock definitely sees it that way because he's talked about it in interviews. He said it himself that it could be the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Keyword, WrestleMania, the biggest wrestling show of the year. So if you get Cody and Roman, you get the proper story, but it probably means that you won't get Rock and Roman, which a lot of people have been waiting to see. It's such a toss-up in the air. I definitely don't see them doing a triple threat. I don't think The Rock is going to come back and be in a triple threat match. I think, the proper thing would have him face Roman one-on-one because that's what the people have been asking for, if that's going to happen. And I don't see Roman Reigns wrestling both nights of WrestleMania, nor should he, because he shouldn't be in the main events of both nights. Like, night 2 is his main event, but night 1 should go to Seth Rollins and CM Punk to me. To me, the right decision is to have Cody finish the story. I just feel like you can't have him tell the story, not have the proper ending. You can't stretch it out further than WrestleMania. That's just too much if you ask me. You're stretching it out way too far after that. Roman Reigns has had a phenomenal run. I acknowledge the Tribal Chief. I've been one of the biggest supporters of Roman Reigns since this run. I've never even disliked Roman Reigns. I liked him when he was the big dog too. Like, I've always been a Roman Reigns fan. Roman Reigns is actually my second favorite wrestler of all time. He's cracked my top 2 favorite wrestlers ever. But all good things must come to an end eventually. And Cody Rhodes, he deserves that moment, man. He's the guy. Like, he embodies everything that WWE has been looking for in a top babyface that appeals to the kid audience and that can appeal to be positioned as the face of the company if they want to put him right there. Like, Cody Rhodes just embodies everything with the perfect story and the perfect guy that they've been looking for. I'm not against The Rock and Roman Reigns happening. I would love to see that. And if it does happen at WrestleMania, I'm not going to complain about it because I can't do anything about it. However, it is going to make me concerned, like, they're stretching that story out, and I don't know. I just don't know how well that's going to be for Cody's career. I don't know how well that's going to be for the moment being big. I don't know how well that's going to be for, storytelling perspective, product. Like, it's a big gamble, man. It's a very big gamble. They took a big gamble with Roman beating Cody last year at WrestleMania. And I don't think there was, a wrong decision in that match. Cody winning would have been fine. Roman winning, I still think is fine. I still think there was a lot of great stuff they did with Cody Rhodes after WrestleMania and Roman Reigns. And I think Cody Rhodes even got more over after WrestleMania, to chase the championship in that moment that a lot of people still want him to get. So I think it worked out well for everybody. The Rock, though, is The Rock. I mean, he's helped contribute some of the biggest dream matches in professional wrestling history. Rock and Austin, Rock and Hogan, Rock and Cena, and now potentially Rock and Roman. I mean, all big dream matches from different decades and spans of WWE's time frame. So The Rock's one of the biggest stars ever in wrestling history. But with Cody, man, you can't just ignore that, man. Despite whether people like Cody or not, and some people saying, who cares about the story? A lot of people do. A lot of people care about the story being finished, and a lot of people want to see it done because Cody deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it, man. Like, and if they don't have it happen at WrestleMania this year, man, like, it's really stretching it out. I feel like it won't be perceived well by the audience.